What's up, everybody? Culture Pop, not sponsored. Like I have any sponsorship leverage anyway, right? Had to coat all 9 million taste buds, and I do acknowledge that it does taste like strawberry and rhubarb, minus the pie part, just the filling. It says fizzy and gusty at the top, and I think that's a pretty good descriptor, as well as probiotic soda at the bottom, because I guess that's the new craze. But I just really appreciate that these are slightly sweetened and not like a typical soda. It feels something in between like healthy sody pop and like the really nice handcrafted sody pops. That's all I really got to say on that. Going on more so, hi, it's me, Austin again. It's been about a month since I made a video, and boy, did I say a lot of stuff in that video, man. Moved around a bunch last year, and so on and so forth. Well, I hope everybody's having a pretty good start to their 2026. Mine's been, it's been small increments, but, good news and stuff as well. Like, I'm officially locked in for another lease in this place, so I'll be good for at least another year. It's the small things, because there is a moment for a long time I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have such a horrible time getting, approved for an apartment just because of stuff from the past, but, no, I did really good work on my credit the past few years. I passed my credit check. Of course, I passed my background check, and there was no issues with employment. So, yeah, I got accepted, and now I don't have to, pull cash out of an ATM to give to my roommate anymore. I have my own portal. I could just pay online my half of the rent. So that's wicked cool. The other thing is, what was I gonna say? Yeah, because, before, I was keeping my end of the bargain up. I was paying my half of rent. But at the same time, I was kind of on the paperwork, it was somebody else. Somebody was here and then kind of broke their lease, but not really, because somebody else was still here. And then I came along a couple months later. So I've been here ever since, like I said in the past video. It's been really cool. I've been enjoying my time up in Michigan. I just wish I was exploring more right now. I don't really get out a lot right now because this winter is pretty brutal. It's mild compared to other winters for sure. But we're in the middle of a historic climate event right now. Today, I think I saw the high for here in this village was 27 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the highest it's been since probably the first of the year. And we're still not at the melting point of water. As you can see, there's a whole white landscape behind me, and you might hear what sounds like a chorus of weed whackers and some streaks dart past me here every now and again, because there's a state snowmobile. Yeah, I never thought I would say that in my life. There's a state snowmobile route in my backyard, essentially. That's pretty fucking cool. So yeah, you'll just see a whole convoy of snowmobiles just run through this cornfield every now and again. And that's really cool. I'm still working the same job. I'm still having a lot of fun doing that. I really enjoy most of the people I work with. For the most part, it's a pretty fun environment, at least I find. And, it's definitely something that is paying me right now, And all I can really ask for is just to like learn more and hopefully make more money eventually, right? Um, I haven't really done anything like dating wise in a while. Just really haven't been interested. I've been like alone for so long. I kind of forgot like how to even date. A little more interested in it lately. I think I'm ready to step up to the plate again, and I kind of like the fact that I'm like living with a roommate right now, and like I can't make any like rash decision to like move in with someone should I decide to start dating and it gets like kind of serious. um Obviously, like I've done a lot of work on myself in like the past 4 years, and I wouldn't really do something like that, but like, people like to say that they're one thing, but then when something actually happens, do they have those boundaries with themselves? Do they have the restraint? And honestly, guys, like I haven't been with someone in a long time, so like if someone was like, "Hey, like you're interesting," um, that's when I gotta be careful, because then I'll be like, "Oh fuck, like this is cool." And I really gotta vet these people and make sure they have good intentions, because when I'm with someone, I really am about them, and it would be a shame to waste that again. I'm looking really to maybe date around again, but doesn't really work out for me. I just either am too intense, or I just really am not interested in talking to most of the people I end up matching with on dating profiles, or just when I get hit on in general. I've swerved so many people in the past few years because it's just like nothing felt right. I didn't really feel a spark for a long time. I was with someone that really messed me up so bad that I had to move like 3 states away. Think about it. That was my solution, and that's when I figured out you can't really run away from your problems. You just have to confront them head on. So I had to work on just letting this thing go for like from like February 25 gradually until like just not caring about it anymore, because like at the end of the day, the person I was when I was in that window of opportunities, there's like a window of opportunity for things to happen, and that window of opportunity was almost pretty much non-existent from the get-go. But say that it was like you have so much time, right? Because they say like every 5 years, like all the atoms in your body are new. Everything's been completely rearranged, so you're technically on an atomic level a different person completely than you were 5 years ago. And that kind of makes sense, because like every 5 years you kind of look back and you're like, what the hell was I thinking, man? What in the hell was I thinking, man? And then in 5 more years, you think like, man, why was I so hard on myself back then? I was just a young and dumb kid. And that's what I'm finding about life. It's just these years keep stacking on each other, and the perception of time gets slimmer and slimmer. Like a year is a big deal to you when you're like 5, but it doesn't really mean much anymore when you're like maybe 15 to 20, and then when you're 20, like 10 years isn't a huge amount of time, and then when you're 30, 20 years isn't a huge amount of time. And so on and so forth, right? Your perception is like changed because you've expanded beyond it, right? And that reminds me a lot of like another thing like someone told me a few winters ago when I was like down and out pretty bad, was like, like get through things, you don't like get over things, but you grow around things, right? And I think that's really true. It just takes a really long time. So it's like hard to see it in action, but day by day by day by day by day, you start to feel better. You don't see it right away because, you know, it really is a slow burn sometimes, like forgetting about something. But eventually the time elapses and you see how much time's gone by and you see how much time you've gone without like this person around, and it seems a little more bearable, and then you have a little more of that time pass by, so it becomes a little more bearable and a little more bearable until you're like, well, what was I even really getting bent out of shape about anyway? I'm completely fine right now. And it feels nice to be at that point. I hope I never like forget my self-worth ever again, really, because that was a hard time. It was a hard time to like try to fight within myself really hard to like give a damn about myself again. It's weird to say, but I just kind of just let shit slide. I just let people disrespect me for like a long time, and I let people like try to tell me like what image I should have and how I should be with the world if I wanted to be perceived a certain way. And I just decided like I am who I am. I believe in what I believe in. And I don't even know what I'm going on about, really. It sounded kind of silly, I guess. Kind of silly and self-aggrandizing. Maybe that's why wasn't able to complete that. But I'll leave you with this. Two winners, right? 2 years apart. Not exactly 2 years apart, but more so like 3 years apart. And one we called the winter sadness, and one I call the winter solitude, which is what I'm in now. And really, I was alone in both of them, but it was really my mindset that's different, because then it was like I felt miserable because I was alone, and now I feel like liberated in a sense because that I'm alone. Like I have all this time that I can do stuff, and like I said, you know, I want to kind of get on with dating again, and I gotta be honest, there's like somebody I'm kind of like, wow, like, you know, I haven't like stopped my heels in my tracks in a long time, but you know, like I don't even know how to like approach the opposite sex anymore. Let's be real. I haven't really tried dating at all in the past like 3 years because I've just been focusing on myself. And yeah, I don't know, but now I feel like the spark to do it again finally. Hopefully, let's not get too hurt this time, right? And I think I'm gonna have to be like strict with myself to not get too attached too quickly, right? Because it seems to be a hallmark in all of my relationships is in the past is that I've gotten attached way too quick to people that also get attached way too quick, and it doesn't end well. It's in like it's kind of like a quick burn type of deal, right? And I'm gonna learn how to like measure that over time. You know, it's not something you walk into. It's kind of something you kind of get over time, right? It's like that level of intimacy that you obtain over time, and like I think like that's the problem. Is like a lot of people try to like open that gate up like right away, and like maybe some people didn't deserve that, you know. I know I probably wasn't deserving of some people's love at times as well. I've been the bad guy, I've been the innocent guy, I've been every side that you can imagine. Just depends on the story. And stuff like that anyway that scares me, like taking time away from like my personal life. But like at this point, like what am I doing with my life, dude? I'm just kind of like sitting around, going to work. It's like might as well have a kid or something, you know. It's time. Well, that's about it. Peace out.